Hey fam, how are you doing? I don't like how it's sitting. I've got to turn that around and see if I can get it better. Yes, that's better. How are you guys doing out there today? It's definitely an energetic day. Today's a two of spades, and two of spades is two of spades, like all twos are interesting, but the two of spades is the ultimate two, because twos want partnerships. They work great with people. So if you're doing something today, you need somebody. This is the day to reach out, because people are going to be more welcoming to you, and feel like they don't feel like, yeah, I'll work with you. I'll partner with you. But this is the first day of the week for the United States, and this is going to be a jam-packed week. This is a week of really being intentional and getting it in. It's going to be a dynamite week, and we have so much energy to look at. And when you look at the United States, you get a chance to see how we play in the collective. Now, this week, the Jack of Diamonds is displacing the Queen of Diamonds. That's pretty, they're pretty close, in this pure spread, they sit together. So that Jack of Diamonds in that higher vibration is going to be good in that house with that Queen of Diamonds. Lower vibrations, it may not be so... may not be so, that Queen of Diamonds may not be wanting to be bothered with that Jack of Diamonds, and Jack of Diamonds may not want to be bothered with that Queen of Diamonds. So this could be a really interesting week for both of those cards and for people who have it in their spread. So how are you going to unlock that Jack of Diamonds this week? This week, the Jack of Diamonds have some pretty powerful cards, but they got some cards that are looking at getting it done. They got 2 8s. They got the 8 of diamonds and they have the 8 of spades. So this is a power week. This is a week of power. They have, a couple of 5s and they have a 3. So that's working. You need those 5s and those 3s to show up, because even number cards, they take a little longer to get started. So those cards, being those odd cards, they're something that you want to be familiar with and how you work it. And especially if you are odd number cards, you know that you have lots of things in life, lots of changes, lots of disruptions with 5s. 5s are disruptions. When you're doing something, a 5 comes along, you feel the change. 3s are definitely looking for that balance, but you're looking through creativity. So it's great to have those cards, but we have a lot of, this week, we're going to have a lot of power. Out the gate, the 10 of spades is Mercury. Now, the 10 of spades and Mercury, that's a lot of power. Mercury is that place where we communicate from. And with the 10 of spades, there's going to be a powerful communication. So people may be a little bit more powerful this week and not even know why. They're communicating from that space and not necessarily meaning to be, something that, could, you may not, feel it. You may not feel the way that they're speaking to you, but the 10 of spades is power. 10s of power, that's the one. So when we're looking at how people are communicating this week, we got to be mindful that they're coming from that 10 of spades. And that's all of the 10s in one. So they're trying to find that place. When we look at the spades, they're trying to find the hearts, they're trying to find the diamonds, they're trying to find the clubs. So their communication may take time, and your communication may take time this week. But the 10 of spades is the GOAT. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep going when you have the power of those 10s, right? And it's Mercury. So it's definitely going to be, it could be sensitive. Mercury is an emotional state. It's a non-judgmental state. So it may be a little sensitive. And then we got that 5 of spades. And that 5 of spades is in Venus. So the 5 of spades sits in Venus, Mars. But the 5 of spades is the Venus card, but it's displacing and sitting in Saturn, Mars. So that's going to be a different energy with that 5 of spades. And Saturn and Mars can be together. They can, that could be self-censoring yourself. And with the 5 of spades, that would be frustrating, because the 5 of spades, that Mars energy, you got to do, especially when you're a 5. You got to have a focal point. You got to know when to move. And Venus and Mars It's that passion. It's when that passion comes up. It's like, oh, okay, I feel it. Feeling something is getting ready to change. And it's definitely going to be in the home and in the workplace because that's what is ruling, right? And then we got that Eight of Diamonds in Mars. And that Eight of Diamonds in Mars is significant because the Eight of Diamonds is the reward to the Jack of Diamonds. So that's significant that you have the reward card in Mars. So that means what you do this week, you can get the bag if you know how to stay the course. Because the Eight of Diamonds is about staying the course. It's about doing it and not giving up. You can't give up when an 8 shows up. And the Eight of Diamonds is about your resources. So you're looking for resources. How do you get to those resources? You got to have a plan. You got to be strategic this week. You got the 10 of Spades, which is the power. Then you got the 5 of Spades, which is the change. And then you got the 8 of Diamonds, which is moving through it. Whatever the change is, you got to move through it. You got to keep going. And then you have the 9 of Hearts. That's the Venus. That's the Jupiter card. And that's sitting in Saturn. So your wish fulfillment, your wishes this week are coming through how you do things. Because Saturn is about the reputation of you doing the things that you do. So with the 9 of Hearts, you have wish fulfillment. But you can't get in your feelings. The 9 of Hearts can, it's a heavy energy to carry. But it's Saturn. It's what you do. Anytime we have Saturn, we got to look at it from that there's something that we need to look at. Saturn is structures. It's how you do the things, how you work, how your family is. All of those things this week, the wish fulfillment comes from Jupiter. So think about that. You got Jupiter, Saturn. So when you're doing the things that you're doing, Jupiter is building it out. Jupiter is making it real for you. So you get a chance to see this week, where am I in the scheme of things? Am I able to let things go? Am I able to evolve? Am I emotionally bankrupt? Think about those things when that 9 of Hearts comes, because the 9 of Hearts is wish fulfillment. It's whatever you let go of, you're going to get to the other side of that. So staying in your feelings this week, it's not going to be good. It's just not, right? And then the 8 of Spades is the Saturn card. Now you got another 8. So you add in that 8 and it's in Saturn. This is double talking about you got to stay the course to get what you want. That's 8s. And the 8 of Spades is all of the 8s. Your communication, your emotion, your resources are going to be hit by that spade. So how you are coming across, you want to make sure that you are in that place of doing the work and the work is making sense to you, right? That 8 of Spades is going to push you through. It's going to push you through in Saturn, and you'll be able to say, yes, I did this. I want to be recognized for this. I want to be paid for this. I want to be acknowledged for this. That's the 8 of Spades in Saturn, right? And what makes it so freaking interesting is that the Jack of Diamonds is displacing the 8 of Spades this year. So with the Jack of Diamonds sitting in the house of the 8 of Spades and it has it in Saturn, yes, this is about recognition. This is about recognition for the work that you do, right? And then we have the 10 of Hearts is the Uranus card. Now, this is talking about being in large groups with people. The 10 of Hearts is a gathering card. It's a fun card. And it's in Uranus. So Uranus is about the gatherings and stuff that we do, the organizations and different things that we do in the collective. It could be work because you're in a collective. That's a group, right? So if you're doing something this week in some kind of a fraternity, something that where you come together with like-minded people, it's going to be successful. It's going to be successful because Uranus is that spark that's going to spark you in the conversations and the things that you guys are having that's going to push you forward. And if it was something that you need to do to revive or something like that in your charter, or if you want to develop something, this is a week to do that. And then you have the 2 of Spades, Neptune. Today's a 2 of Spades. So it being in Neptune, the 2 of Spades is definitely a great connector card, but it's a spiritual, religious card. So with the 2 of Spades this week being in Neptune, you get a chance to see how you communicate with people. You get a chance to see, do you cooperate? Are you a great friend? Do you get along with people? You'll see that because the 2 of Spades It's a powerful card, but it can be sensitive because it has the ability to function in different arenas, but it can be sensitive. So you got to be mindful this week that you're sitting in the 12th house. So the work that needs to be done in relationships and partnerships and stuff like that are going to benefit you after you do that work, because the 12th house and it's sitting in Neptune, that's crystallization. So how you are with people and how you work with people and how you function with people are going to be real this week. And then the Pluto is a Jack of Spades. Now, that's real important because we know the Jack of Spades has the Jack of Diamonds in it. So the Jack of Diamonds is working with itself in Pluto. Think about that. The Jack of Diamonds is working with itself in Pluto. That's pretty darn good because the Jack of Diamonds clearly knows how to operate. They've had centuries of time to figure stuff out. So this week you have that energy to figure out what is you want to pitch. What is it that you want to sell? What is it that you want to talk about with your business? You have the ability to open up lots of doors for yourself and then for other people with that Jack of Spades, because Jack of Spades is the initiate. It's the initiate. It's going to be able to help you to discover some things. And it's the actor. The Jack of Spades is the most creative card when it comes to acting and, creativity and all of those things, because it's a Jack. It wants to have fun. So anything that you want to do along those lines, we're going to definitely hear some stuff when it coming from Hollywood with that Jack of Spades and Pluto. For sure. We're going to hear Jack stuff. We're going to hear stuff that can go either way, high vibrational or low vibrational. But we're going to hear some stuff this week, right? And we get a chance to really, visit some different things that you want to do. Be creative with that Jack of Spades and Pluto. The reward is a Jack of Clubs, and the Jack of Spades is sitting in the Jack of Clubs house. So this is definitely going to be about the spoken word. It's going to be about hip hop. It's going to be about all things Uranian. So this week we'll be hearing, we started hearing stuff about hip hop artists and scandals and stuff like that. But we're going to hear other things about hip hop artists this week and scandals and stuff like that. And then the Five of Hearts is the cosmic lesson, and this is the year we came out of the Five of Hearts year, and it's the Five of Hearts is the cosmic lesson. So what did we learn from the Five of Hearts? And it's Mercury. So people could be emotional this week with that Five of Hearts. They could be in their feelings about the stuff that they need to address, because the cosmic lesson is a higher vibration of Saturn. So you're going to learn something with that Five of Hearts. And we know the Five of Hearts can be sensitive. So this week is not a time of being sensitive. And with the Nine of Hearts sitting in Jupiter, we want to be extra cautious because the Five of Hearts has a Nine of Hearts in Saturn. So we want to be in Mars. So men want to be more mindful, and you be mindful of them this week if they start getting in their feelings, because the energy is ripe for it. If somebody gets in divine masculine, gets in their feelings, the energy is ripe for it, and they need to fix it. They need to bring themselves up to a better vibration, because you don't want to be in your feelings with a cosmic lesson, because it's your lesson. You got to learn it. You got to go through it, right? And then the moon is the Three of Diamonds. Now that's important because the Three of Diamonds is in the sun. And the Three of Diamonds is critical. It always shows up when something's going to pop off. So something's going to pop off this week. We're going to see something and hear about major events this week, because the Three of Diamonds is that card. And Donald Trump is the Three of Diamonds. So we're going to hear a lot from Donald Trump this week. And people are going to be in their feelings. And he's not going to care. He's not going to care about them being in their feelings. And then the reward is the King of Diamonds. So the Jack of Diamonds having the King of Diamonds as a reward, this is about business. There ain't no sense in you getting your feelings this week. This is business. It's not personal. This is business pursuits that the Jack of Diamonds will be on. So how do we get into that field? We got to learn how to talk. We got to learn how to put ourselves out there. On Clubhouse this week, it's going to be so much going on. Clubhouse is going to be crazy vibrational because the Two of Diamonds is in Trans-Pluto, which is Clubhouse. So Clubhouse is going to be going through a metamorphosis. It's going through a change. There are going to be lots of celebrities coming on Clubhouse this week and talking. Lots of things happen on Clubhouse, but you got to know how to get into that field. If you want to be successful on Clubhouse, this is the time to get in there. This is the time to go hard because the energy is there. So over the next 6 weeks, Clubhouse is going to discover a lot, and you could be discovered in it. So you got to go hard. And the Jack of Diamonds is a go hard kind of energy. It's the pitch. So what do you want? When you get on Clubhouse and you're in your rooms, what do you want? What are you talking about? When you're on social media, when you are on Instagram this week, Instagram is the 3 of Diamonds and it's the moon to United States. You got to get people in their feelings about your products. You got to get people to see you. You got to emotionally connect with people with that Jack of Diamonds to get people to see you first, because you are your ultimate product, and then let's get people to purchase your products. And this is a great week to do it. It's going to be a high vibrational week, fam. The Super Bowl is on this weekend, and I have uncovered so much about the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't even know football, but I know that the Rams and the Bengals are playing, and I'm betting on the Bengals because their chart, the way that their stuff is playing out, and you know, it can go either way, but they are the underdogs. But the underdogs are the ones that come out in this is a year of the underdog. It is. This is a time for the underdogs. The Rams have lots of great cards, but the thing is, when you look at your plate and you see a lot of royal cards in your spread, that means you got to now organize, because royal cards don't work. So you got to figure out, what do you need to do to get to get people working around you. So if you're playing football and you're trying to get the people on your team to work, that's strategies. That's what the Rams have to do. They got to strategize to get the people to work, to get that, to keep the ball and do all of that, because they got all of these high priced people, all of these big people, right? The Buccaneers don't have that. They got hungry people. They got hungry workers. They got the people who are hungry, who want it. So they're the underdogs, but according to this plate, they're the winners. So if they don't win, it's because they didn't know how to stay in that energy field. But this is going to be an action-packed football game. It's going to be lots of injuries this year, and it's going to be game-ending injuries for people, because if they're not paying attention and doing what they need to do. But the Bengals, this is going to be they're fighting. The underdog is this is the time for the underdog. And Cincinnati is the king of spades. Anytime the king of spades shows up, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. LA is, California's the 2 of diamonds. Not in the same league as the king of spades. So if they stay in their league and they do what they got to do, yeah, they're going to win. So thanks, fam. I'm sorry, I do not know how to get y'all's, I didn't have my glasses on either. I don't know how to see y'all chat. Somebody gonna have to tell me that. How do I see the chat? Because I don't see the chat. I think on here, because I had limited live abilities, it's different than when you have over 1,000 people. So I need 1,000 people to like my page, to join, so I can come on live and do all things cardology. You want to learn about cardology? You got it. We got to get there. We got to get there, but first I got to get 1,000 people, and then I can come on live and we can interact and we can have guests. It's going to be so dope. See you, fam. Peace.